Welcome back. We're going to pick up where we left off the other day. So we're going to put in the doors and windows. Now, on a floor plan, we only show horizontal dimensions on floor plans. We do not know how far up windows are. We do not know their vertical heights. We will put builder's notations on them or a window or door symbol for a building schedule, but we don't show where the height of the window is. We only show what its dimensions are. So right now, we're just going to throw in the windows and doors. Obviously, the doors go all the way to the floor. So we'll just start dropping some of those in and work our way out. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure my current layer is my wall layer. And I'm going to mark in the very, very center of this wall right here. Okay. Now, the easiest way to do a window is to offset. Now, I'm going to offset roughly 60 inches. We're going to put in a 10-foot wide double sliding glass door right here. And then I'm going to erase this middle part right here. And then all I use is the trim function. So TR for trim, press enter once, enter again, and then I can just trim out the pieces I don't need. Okay, so there's an opening for a very, very large sliding glass door. Now over here, I have 3 windows and then a door and then a set of windows down this wall. Now, I'm going to come back and put in the 3 windows as space provides. But first off, I'm going to offset approximately 9 feet. In fact, not approximately, exactly 9 feet from here over. That line, I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to break it. So BR for break, and then I pick where I want to break it back to, and then just get rid of this piece back here that I don't need. I'm going to put in one side of my door right there. So I'm going to offset from there 36 inches, which is the door. There's the opening for my door. Now from that, I'm going to go approximately 18 inches over. And then from there, I'm going to go 30 inches over. Now that gives me a 2.5 foot wide door, or excuse me, a 3-foot door, a 2.5 foot wide window, and I've actually got a bank of them that go down this wall, evenly spaced. Now, I don't really care where they hit right here. This is actually a step down into a sunken area here. I'll put in some transom windows down there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over here and space this out. So what I'm going to simply do is copy these 2 lines from this point here to that point there, and just repeat that down there. Now I could also do this with an array function if I did the math ahead of time, but basically I'm just going to space it down there. Now that gives me about a decent looking gap spacing situation here. I'm going to trim off, and I hit the enter key twice after I typed in the trim function, so I can come in and do stuff like this to it. I'm actually just going to trim out all the openings in one go. So basically by hitting trim, enter, and then hitting enter again, any line that intersects any other line becomes a trimming edge. So otherwise I have to pick my trimming edge, and that gets a little different. Now I've got 3 windows right here. Well, I've got, let's do a distance, DI, from right here over to this corner, I've got 8'6". So we're going to do something really simple here. I'm going to do a line right here in the middle of this, come straight out. Now these are only about 12-inch wide windows, so I'm going to offset to either side 6 inches. Now, that is really narrow. I actually don't like that. So I thought I'd do it 6 inches, but I don't like it, so I'm going to undo. And I'm going to offset 9 inches to either side, which gives me a 1.5 foot wide window here and here. Now that looks a little better. It's still going to be quite narrow, but it's going to be quite tall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim out this part and then come back in here and do the exact same thing I just did. So I'm going to put a line there in the middle and a line, oops, that went crooked, Control Z. Line. Got to watch your snaps and your pull. That gives me a decent spacing, it looks like, for what I wanted. And it lets me get the look I'm going for. So it evenly spaces it, trim, enter, enter. Trim off the piece I don't want. So that's where my big, long, tall windows are going to go over my stairs from my sketch that I planned. And those are 1.5 foot windows. That'll look pretty decent. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go through the rest of the house and put in the rest of the windows. Now, what I've done so far, all my windows show up the same. The only difference being I need to put in some doors. So I'm going to pull this down. I'm going to come down and find my 1- doors, which is right there. Well, this door right here, if I just draw it as a rectangle, REC, from right here where the hinge is going to be, and I'm just going to drag it out this way, and I tell it to go at 36, minus 1.75. That's actually going to make me the right size of a door. So doors are actually about 1.5 to 1 3/4 inch thick typically. Now if I just rotate this around its pivot point right here, in other words where the hinges would be, I'm going to tell that to go 45 degrees. There's my door symbol right there for a regular swinging door. Now, for the glass doors that are over here, I'm actually going to draw them with a glass door symbol. We'll get to that in a minute. But that's the same symbol I use for all doors. If I want to, I can come in here and I can say arc, and I'm actually going to use the arc pull down so I can specify a start, a center, and an end. Now, arcs in AutoCAD go around counterclockwise. So it's got to start here. Center is going to be where the hinges are, and it's going to come up here and end. I'm just going to end it right at the front of this, right there. And there's my door symbol. Okay, that shows the swing. Now, if I want to carry it past, some do, some take it all the way around to 180 degrees if it'll open that far. I just go that far just for clarity's sake. So it's kind of one of those taste things. The only other thing I need to do is my windows. And if I do a window right here, I just eyeball them in for right now. Copy this from this corner to that corner to that corner and on the way down the wall. So I'm going to go do this for the rest of my floor plan here and get all that squared away so that I can move on to the next thing, which will probably be cabinets and stairs. So let's stop right now. I'm going to just kind of fast forward ahead and do that stuff and show you what I've done when you catch back up. Thanks for your time. Bye.